Welcome to the Two Bit Cipher podcast. It's your host, D Brown, aka the Peace Protector. It's been a minute, y'all. I've been busy kind of doing some other things, but I'm going to try to get back in the lab a little bit more. What are we going to talk about today? Boundaries. What is a boundary? Why is it important? And then I'm going to give you three of my favorite boundaries. So let's get into it. What is a boundary? To me, I define boundaries as access to you, incoming and outgoing. And the outgoing energy is just as important as the incoming energy. Don't get fooled. You could have everything locked down on the outside, but then giving your energy away to the wrong people, the wrong person. And one thing with boundaries is your attack surface. Open access, you're just opening up yourself for danger. For me, I'm more of a lockdown person. You're not getting in here. Good luck. Unless I know that it's extremely safe. And even then, you're still not going to get the information that you need, probably. It takes a long time for you to get in here. Now, why are boundaries important? Well, like I said earlier, I am the peace protector. It brings peace and everything that comes along with it, happiness, enjoying life. That's really what it's about. That's why it's important. So when anybody asks me, well, why do I need to set boundaries? So you can enjoy your life without having to worry about, somebody trying to invade your space, take advantage of you. One of the biggest things with boundaries are people are trying to take advantage of you. And if you have open access, you're in trouble because at the end of the day, for the most part, people are just nice, naturally nice. So, and people know that. So they're going to try to take advantage of that. So they're going to just start probing and asking you questions. Hey, do this. And most people are going to freeze up a little bit and not say no and then do it and then end up just being miserable. And then over time, depression starts setting in, just things like that. So at the end of the day, boundaries are important for your happiness so you can enjoy life. Let's get into three of my favorite boundaries. Number one, stop explaining your actions to people. They don't need to know why you did something. Why do they need to know why you did something? Why do they need to know why you are who you are? What does that do for them? Do they pay your bills? No, absolutely not. So I'm always a person that's going to ask somebody, well, why do you need to know that information? And I believe it's dangerous to do so because eventually you might start getting in your head like, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm the problem, right? As you start feeding into everybody's, well, you don't need to do this. You shouldn't do this. You should do this way. Sometimes that can play with you. I've been there. I've changed my ways before. For what reason? Now who I am now, I'm like, why in the hell did you do that? What the fuck were you doing? Just nonsense. You don't have to explain a damn thing to anybody. Just go about your day and don't worry about it. Number two, start saying no and leaving it at that. No is a complete sentence, is easier said than done. Saying no is tough, but once you practice it and get there, everything else just becomes a lot more easier. Hey, will you do this? No. And that's just it. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Why? But again, people will get in your head and make you think that, maybe I do need to do this. No, you don't have to do anything. Just say no and go. Saying no is one of the most important boundaries you can set. That's going to jumpstart your happiness, is just saying no. If you don't want to do something, no, I'm not going because I don't feel like going. You don't even have to say that. I'm just saying, a lot of times you get pressured into doing something or going somewhere that you don't want to do. And then when you get home, it's, I don't even know why I did that. Wasted my money, wasted my time. Just say no. And number three, most importantly, distance. Distance is a boundary. Distance is very effective. You don't even have to say anything. Just back away. Distance is so effective for negativity. There's a lot of negativity in the world. Don't even bother with it. Don't answer your phone. Don't send the text message. You don't even talk to people if you don't have to. Just sit back and enjoy the show. That's as easy as it gets. And, with boundaries, you have to practice these things. Those are just my top three. There are thousands of boundaries, but you have to practice these things. And then once you get a feel, or once you get that sensation of peace, then things all of a sudden start to click. Now you're smiling more. Now you're happy, but you have to get over, it's kind of like working out. You have to get over the hump. And then once you get over the hump, it's, it's almost smooth sailing, but you got to practice the boundaries. For me, I'll sit here in the comfort of my own home and just practice shit. I'll just go through scenarios so I'm ready, because I don't really mess with people. But when I do, I got to be ready. So I got to practice it. So practice your boundaries. Not all boundaries fit all, if you will. For me, I don't have a problem saying no. I don't have a problem being aggressive and just, letting you know, don't fuck with me. So dial it in, get you some boundaries, do some research, find you a couple and just practice them. Even if you got to practice them on like a friend, go ahead and do it. And then implement it in your daily life. Start saying no, start just distancing yourself. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, wow, this is what I've been missing. And that answer is yes. So give that a shot. Outside of that, that's the end of the show. I appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys listening. If you like that, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to get back into this. I'm out of here.